Hello, it's National Burn Awareness Week. I'm Mark Smith, and welcome to the Law Office of Mark A. Smith. Today, I'd like to discuss with you some tips on staying safe around the home and avoiding these burn injuries. Before we get into that, I want to share a number with you, and I wrote it down to be as accurate as possible. According to the American Burn Association, 486,000 people are admitted to the emergency room and burn units annually. Interestingly, 73% of those burns occur at home. So, what can we learn today to help us avoid these burn injuries? What can we do around the home so that this doesn't happen to our families? Let's start off with some things that might be easy and simple, but it bears repeating. If you're cooking and you're grabbing something hot, like a pot or a skillet, use these. These are oven mitts. Don't use this. This is a towel. This doesn't protect the human body from heat the way an oven mitt does. And besides, towels have a way of hanging down. If this towel comes in contact with an open flame, for instance on a stove, it can ignite. This then catches your clothes on fire. This then burns you really, really badly. We've worked on cases in the past where people have suffered horrible, horrible injuries because their clothes have caught on fire. And where's it going to go? It's going to go on the skin and hurt you really, really, really bad. Something that we don't often think of, but around our house, chemicals, cleaning products, gasoline for our lawnmowers, and garden tools. If you're not using these products, get rid of them. Keep them away from children. And also, it's important to make sure that you're careful as to where you're storing gasoline and household chemicals. These chemicals build fumes. Fumes can ignite. You never, ever, ever want to store these chemicals in and around your furnace, around a stove, or even hot water tanks. Because let's face it, stove, furnace, hot water tanks, they have pilot lights. Even though they may not be in use at the time, fumes build up, that causes an explosion. That can cause an explosion. Don't do that. Also, if you smell natural gas in and around a structure, in your home, get out of the house. Contact the gas company, contact your fire department. Recently, we've seen a rash of explosions happening in homes, and they have devastating consequences on families, real tragedies. So use your senses. If you sense the presence of natural gas, get out of your house, contact the gas company, contact the fire department. You also want to be aware of your surroundings. We talked about using your senses. When you go into a building, when you're at the workplace, even movie theaters, restaurants, be aware of where your exits are at. Have a plan. Take 10 seconds. Just have a plan. Where's the nearest exit in case of an emergency? One handy tip that we recently learned is put a contact in your phone called ICE, I-C-E. That's an emergency contact. A lot of people put 911 in. Hey, an emergency situation, it's obviously stressful. It's hectic. If you could just press a couple of buttons on your cell phone as opposed to remembering numbers, do it. The faster that the authorities, the fire department, police department, and those that can help are alerted, the better off everyone will be. Also, you want to remain vigilant in an emergency situation, and you want to do the very, very best that you can to remain calm. You're counting on yourself. Your loved ones are counting on you. Your friends and your coworkers are counting on you. Try to take a deep breath, have a plan, and execute on that plan to stay safe. I want to remind everybody that carelessness and negligence is everywhere. Not everyone is going to take the time to keep everybody safe. If your family has suffered a horrible burn injury, or if you know somebody, or you yourself has been hurt because someone else didn't take the necessary steps to keep us all safe, contact my law firm, 412-368-8390. And look us up on the web, www.injurylawyerpgh.com. We are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help. Thank you.